Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sunnyside Royals of Cora Indie Animation Day stream. Now, there is much that we have in store for you today, so stay tuned. We are going to be showing y'all a bunch of new stuff. We are going to be answering your burning questions, so just stay tuned. And I'm gonna introduce everyone that we have with us today. Now, as said, this is going to be a pretty quick stream. We don't want to take too much of y'all's precious time, right? So let's start with introducing the 3 other cast members that were kind enough to join us this evening. If I can get OBS to work, which it decided not to today, so that's lovely. Oh. One moment. Yes, so we have the beautiful, amazing co-director J Dreamer here with us today.
Hello.
Yes, and then we have the incredible colorist and production assistant Dill Waters.
Hi.
And finally, our newest lead writer, Dev Atelier.
Hello.
So when it comes to asking questions, these are the people that you'll be asking. So again, as said, we don't want to take too much of your time today. So through a slow and steady stream, we are going to show you all the new things that we have been cooking up behind the scenes. Let me look at the chat. Hi, Babylon Rouge. Hello, Izzy. And yeah, put your questions here and they will be answered soon. So first, we're going to take you through all the new art and concepts that has been in the works. So let's get started. Apologies, everyone. I didn't know I was on mute. Okay. So yes, this is the amazing wide shot of the Court and History classroom that was designed by the incredibly talented lead background designer, Sabrina Boykin. Sabrina put so much effort, hard work, and dedication into this. We spent a lot of long nights discussing like the small details. There was a lot of attention to detail put in, and yeah, this is the main setting of the proof of concept. You'll be seeing a lot of it. Here are some more angles, and this is all with like some really cool dynamic lighting happening. And we just can't wait for you to see how the characters interact with this classroom that is taught by Miss Isla. If you guys have any questions about these backgrounds, let us know. My personal favorite part is the murals that you can see, like, you know, there at the windows. I also love our book whiteboard thing. It's like it's not a whiteboard, it's like a big glowing book that is written on, and then like they just rip out a page whenever they're done like with the lesson or something. So fantasy, so it's just so convenient and nice to look at. So yeah. And one last thing I wanted to say about our background style. If you notice, you can see a lot of small pentagons everywhere. That's just how we texture things. That is a staple of our style. So yeah. Oh, and the map in the corner was designed by our co-director, Jay, who is here. Alright, and that's one less angle. Next, I wanted to introduce you guys to Mirrorball, the main four's P-cat, I think? What we're calling it? P-line? Yeah, something like that. Well, Mirrorball is a peacock cat-looking hybrid creature, and is kind of like the main four's pet. It is from the Sorcery Kingdom, which means it can, well, they can do a lot of different, like magical things. That means that Mirrorball can turn into a water version of itself. It has a Flora form, it has a star form, so stay tuned for all of those variants of Mirrorball, but this is like the default skin, you could say. And it took us kind of like a year to unanimously come to like the conclusion of what we wanted Mirrorball to look like, and there was a TikTok created of Mirrorball on the TikTok, so if you want to see how Mirrorball was designed and that entire process, you can go check it out on our TikTok after this, obviously. So now we have arrived to the part of the stream where I wanted to show you guys all the new animation that we've been working on. So there's a lot of rough animation happening, some cleanup, and we are chipping away at the proof of concept. So yeah, this is shot 12, I believe, and it's what Mystical is working on at the moment.
What's wrong with it?
Enough. Let's.
Do you guys...
Yeah, very rough. And we are working on it on our Friday streams, or just our streams in general. So stay tuned
What's wrong with
for
it?
the finished product.
Let's.
Do you guys...
Look at how
What's
good
wrong with
Mystical
it?
is
Enough.
doing so far.
Let's.
Do you guys...
Yeah, absolutely
What's
love
wrong with it?
Enough. Let's.
Do you guys...
it. Yeah. Next.
What's wrong with it?
Enough. Let's.
Do you guys...
Okay, this is a special pose of River. If you guys don't know, and this is by our lovely art director Toestones. Sometimes some poses are really specific, and we need a pre-production artist to, you know, draw the pose out. These are called special poses, so that animators kind of get a better idea of how to draw the pose because it's so specific. And this is one of those poses. If you haven't seen the proof of concept animatic, near the end we have River fall a little bit in the class, and we thought that was a really important pose that would be considered a special pose. It is a bit complicated, so Toestones drew it out, and this is the special pose of that. Okay, now you guys have probably seen this, but for those who haven't, this is the finished mystical test animation of Crescenta using her magic in some kind of fight. Whoever she's fighting is up to interpretation, but yeah, this is in her kingdom, the Kingdom of Stars, and I will play it so we can bless your eyes with it over and over again. Because this also took quite a long time to create. This took 6 months, and it was all mystical. Granted, the compositing was Caterworm. We love Caterworm. And the background was Pilar. Look at that. Look at that. So beautiful, so well done. Hello, Magic Supernova. Hello, Pika. Esto increíble. Thank you. You guys are so kind. Also, if you guys can't tell, I'm feeling a little bit sick today, so that's why I'm not as energized. Next, I just wanted to show you guys the wide shot of the background. Well, does anyone else in the VC want to say anything so far? Any commentary? Feel free to commentate, okay? But this is the wide shot of that animation. It's kind of like a town square in the Star Kingdom. I think it must give you guys like a good idea of, you know, the feel of not only the Star Kingdom, but also the show as a whole, and kind of like how our fantasy world works. Each environment, or at least each kingdom, will feel like its own unique world and landscape. So just prepare for that. It's gonna be a lot of fun, like traversing all the different kingdoms. So now I want to get into these super cool things called magic forms. Basically, we've been working on this concept for a while now, where when royals access their cores and use their magic, the element kind of takes over little by little, and there's different phases of this form, but this is like around like the first phase, and you'll be seeing them accessing their magic forms throughout the proof of concept. This is like a little rough mock-up done by our amazing assistant director, who I think today she's announcing her position, Sunny Dewdrops. And we are so grateful for Sunny. Sunny does so much for the show and for the team. We all love Sunny. And yeah, this is one of the things that Sunny's been working on. As you can see, like, in the first phase, you can see River's fingers getting, like, webbed. You can see that on his ears, his eyes, you know, his hair turned into water. So yeah, super cool. And when it comes to Crescenta's magic form, her hair kind of becomes, like, really flowy and magical, kind of like Celestia and Luna from MLP, if you guys don't know, which is something that, you know, has really inspired the show, and even the magic forms, yeah. And moving on, we're going to show you Hazel's. So Hazel's is really interesting. I'll just show it to you. This is again a rough mock-up, or I mean like a test animation by Sunny. Basically, like, branches sprout from her, and I guess this is phase 1, so the goal is that she'd eventually, like, turn into a big tree, or something of the sort, like, just the flora would take over her. So yeah, that's something I really love a lot, and it took us a while to, like, figure out the logistics and how we want it to work, but Sunny did such a good job figuring this out. And this is Hazel's magic form, like, reference, turnaround. This is how it should look, and, you know, there's going to be some, like, glowing, some aura around the branches, just to show that, like, her magic is growing it. And as you can see, she has her magic veins on her palms. Magic veins are these, well, they all have, like, a print on their hands, and then when they use their magic, the magic is pumped through magic veins and exuded through either their hand, or it could even be their eyes or their mouth, or their nose, or even, like, I believe we said their feet as well. So there's a bunch of different places that, like, magic could release from their bodies. And now we're going to show you some rough animation of the proof of concept featuring when her magic form comes out. And this is by the incredibly talented, amazing, super Amon. Look at that. Look at how the vines grow and how the branches come out. And then the shot after that would be this, where she's staring at her hands. And then this, where she sighs. Oh my god, it's so fun to see them move. We've been working on this for so long, and finally they can like move a little bit.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Any thoughts, Dill Waters?
Not really. I love seeing all the progress animations. They all look amazing, and especially this one. I really like all the magic.
Exactly. Just the vines again. So yes, moving on. Let me see what the chat is saying. Oh, Magic Supernova said, I'm literally so proud of you guys. Thank you. Thank you for like supporting us and everything. Okay, now here's a Hazel test animation by Casey, one of our rough animators. Would you look at that? So good. It's so smooth too. So it's just like a little test animation of Hazel like trying to activate her magic and then looking to the side. Very, very well done. And then we have another Hazel test animation by Robin, who is one of the cleanup animators on the team. I just love like the lighting effort, and this is a really dynamic animation too, just Hazel like twirling around. It shows her personality a lot, like it characterizes her and like how elegant she can be. Just the way her hair, like, so good. I know. Okay. So that one was super cool. Now we're going to show you one of the cleanup shots that is yet to be composited. It was rough animated by Amon and has now been cleaned up by the amazing Robin.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
It's just so cool to
Oh,
watch.
please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh,
Just seeing them actually
please.
move.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
And this is another test animation by Melina, one of our new animators. And this is another one of my favorites. It's just, it characterizes them so well. Kind of shows how they interact with the classroom and the world and with each other. Like,
I love how fluid it is.
I know. I can't wait for the Melinas to start like working on the actual shots of the proof of concept. Melina is gonna like eat up every shot. One of my favorites. So we are also working on some promo art on the side. This is one of my favorite pieces by Luminous, and the idea for it was actually given to us from one of the streams, and it's just Miss Isla saying, "Your father would be proud of you," and then River thinking to himself, "Would he really be?" We love angst here. We love all sorts of angst. We love Heartbreak. And yeah, look forward to more promo art like this. And I believe that is the last one. I have one more shot that I'm going to show you, if you just excuse me for a second to grab it. Because I believe I forgot to put it in. Forgot to turn it off. And it hits me. You just don't understand. It's a shot from Casey. And yeah, leave your questions in the chat because they will be answered in just a moment. I know the screen is black at the right now, but it's just because I'm changing up what's on screen. There we go. Okay. And here is the last shot that I wanted to show you tonight. Quality is really low right now. Let me turn it up. It's at the beginning of the proof of concept when River is walking from his castle with Queen Marina, his mother. How beautiful. Wow. But yeah, that's everything we wanted to show you today. And we don't have much time, but I'm going to try and answer as many questions as possible today. Again, please keep in mind and remember that, you know, Jay Dreamer, our co-director, is here. You can ask Jay Dreamer questions. Dill Waters, one of the colorists and our production assistant, is here, as well as Dev Atelier, one of our lead writers. That is who you will be questioning. Oh, Toaststones is here. Let's see. Izzy, the answer to your question is yes, there will be. Babylon Rouge, thank you. This is like an avatar form then, but with just one element and with real physical changes. Kind of, yeah. Hazel's having her moment and we're all here for it. Exactly. Oh, please. She's trying to say, oh, please, that's ridiculous, but, like, we haven't animated the shot right after that. Talk your talk, queen. The bouncy hair is so nice to watch. I know. Every time I think, okay, this is the best I can get, you guys keep outdoing yourselves. Thank you, Wonderland. You have no idea what that means to us. Thank you. Which dynamics are the most fun to write / animate? Probably Crescenta and Hazel. What would you say, Dev? Crescenta and River. That's a good one. That's a good pair. Jay, would you like to answer that one?
They said,
Oh. Wait, so guys, just ask them as many questions as you can. I will be right back. So Dev, Dill, Jay, feel free to answer the questions, and Dill, please take over the stream.
So Jay says, Crescenta and Zephyr. Except they misspelled Crescenta, which I think is amazing. Crescenetta. That's her name now. Yeah. I don't know how to run a stream. feel free to keep asking questions. Did you see my earlier question about the most hardest spell? I wouldn't be able to answer that because I'm not writing, but does either of the other two people know an answer? Okay, we think that is spoilers then. um, next, do the kingdoms have any animal symbols? I think that's a question for Jay. Jay cannot think of any. Goodbye, Babylon Rouges. How long will the pilot be? I think I don't know, really. Um, what we do know is the proof of concept is about 2 minutes, but we don't know for the pilot. Um, Someone asked, the magic of each kingdom, does the magic of each kingdom affect their environments? Absolutely. I'm sorry if I'm a bit quiet on the stream. I'm not used to hosting streams, and so, yeah. But just keep the questions coming and we'll try to answer as many as we can. Um, how does the process go for creating a character? Um, I I don't really know. Do either of you know? Okay. So that's an Amin question. And he's not here right now, so we'll get back to that question once he gets back. There are more
I'm back.
turnarounds for the other characters, but I don't know if they're available yet.
Yeah, so I will. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see if there's any that I can help with as well.
We did get a question. How does the process for creating a character usually go?
Okay. Did you answer that, or should I?
We didn't have an answer, so you should.
So when it comes to the process of creating a character, I mean, it's been a very long time since we've done such a thing. We've just kind of been like sitting with our characters for a while, but I think it just comes from, it starts with the purpose, like the why, and then it's like we have a pretty cliche way of doing it, thinking about motivations, thinking about aesthetics and backstory, and specifically what is going to be interesting to watch when it comes to like how they interact with the world and the plot. Like how does who they are fit into the grand scheme of things, if that makes sense. And I think it should be a pretty natural process. It's always been a pretty natural, free-flowing process, with a lot of creativity and fun, and it shouldn't feel like anything forced. That's kind of how it's been for us. Everything just fell into place. Like, we had rough ideas of what we wanted to happen, who we wanted to lead the story, and then everything just worked out. I don't know. Yeah. Keeping motivation in mind is a really big thing as well. How there are more turnarounds of other students, as Dill said, but they aren't as polished and refined or as detailed as the main four and some of the more important characters. Do you need how many animators? So it doesn't matter how many characters are in the shot. It's just it's one rough animator per shot, one cleanup animator per shot. Well, hopefully, usually, depending on how long it is, and then the compositor. So there's not really more than one rough animator working on a single shot, or more than one cleanup, unless that shot is like really, really long or something, and we need to split it up. But yeah, it's not really about what's in it, it's about the length, more so. Thank you, Potato Frog. That is so very kind of you. Jay said that their favorite core form is Cress's. My favorite core form would probably also be Crescenta's, but I love them all. I like Hazel's a lot too, though. Like the branches, like so fun.
I think my favorite is also Hazel's.
Yeah. I think it feels unique, it feels fresh, and that's what I love. Also, just seeing how it grows in the proof of concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like the anxiety and like slowly. But we'll answer like two more, and then I'm afraid we will have to like end the stream for today. But I'm like all in all, thank you for supporting us. We hope you can continue to stay tuned, interact with like our posts, and join the streams, and tell us about your own OCs, and just keep making things. You know, I love this little holiday that we created all together in the indie community, and the Sunflower Club is definitely like the initiator of that, and we're very grateful to them. I think it's super cool that we can all just like come together 4 times a year and celebrate the stuff that we've been so passionate about. But yeah, if you're not following us on TikTok, we hope you can. Same with Instagram, Twitter, and we do have a Patreon that you can join if you are interested in seeing more behind the scenes stuff earlier than the rest, and if you'd like to support this indie production. But any last words? Dill, Dev, Jay? Any last words?
My last words are, please take care of my family. Yeah, I don't really have any last words, but thank you for having me on the stream.
Thank you for always joining, Dill.
Yeah, and thanks to the community for always being there and supporting us, so yeah.
Exactly. Anything you want to say, Dev?
Or typing.
Okay. Bye, Magic Luck Studios.
Jay wants to say that they actually showed up for once.
Yeah, thank you for showing up for once.
And Dev says, stay tuned for some chaos.
Exactly, y'all. Stay tuned for some chaos. Have a great rest of your day, and see you on the sunny side.